Welcome in, Chiefs Kingdom, to Chiefs Latest, your one-stop spot for everything Kansas City Chiefs in 15 minutes or less. It is your host, Calvin Silvers. Happy Monday. Buckle up. It's going to be a busy week regarding the Kansas City Chiefs. All eyes on us this week. We got a lot to tackle, but before we do, including a potential second-round pick sitting out for training camp, what's going on? We're going to tackle it all, but go ahead, hit that subscribe button right now. That's right. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to do it. All right, perfect. Should be done by now. I just want to say thank you guys for helping us reach over 100 subscribers already. I'm loving that you guys are enjoying the content and joining the crew. Like I said, turn on those notifications, hit that subscribe button. We have daily videos Monday through Friday regarding everything Kansas City Chiefs. Now, of course, I've been talking about some possible reunions with the Chiefs here the past couple weeks. Some more just for fun, some, maybe a possibility, but we're going to talk about another one here on this lovely Monday because who doesn't want to start off the week talking about a possible reunion? And that would be reuniting with Legius Sneeed. Now, Sneed was a stud for the Chiefs. Everyone knows this, but after his trade to the Titans, I just don't see a reunion making sense, especially since Kansas City already has deemed him expandable with the trade. They've already deemed him expandable, and they're going to roll with their young roster. They have a lot of cuts and stuff and decisions they have to make already with who they have. Now, speculation about Sneed's availability comes from his rough 2024 with Tennessee and playing just 5 games due to that quad injury. And he also is now dealing with some off-field issues. But yeah, that $19 million fully guaranteed, that's going to be the deal breaker. It's not going to happen. A trade would likely mean moving a corner like Watson. And while injuries could spark talks, by the trade deadline, I'm not saying that this can never happen or at least be talked about as the season goes on, especially with injuries, but the Chiefs' focus on youth, their focus on Trent McDuffie, Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, that just outweighs anything that I think Sneed would bring right now. Especially if Sneed's injuries or poor play persist in 2025, of course, his stock would drop even a little bit lower. You could maybe get him cheaper, and then a reunion might be feasible again in a season or two. But right now, I think Beach is just better off sticking with the depth built since the past couple seasons. Now, why it won't happen, like I said, you're stacked anyways right now. McDuffie's all-pro play. Watson's growth. You have the addition of Fulton. I think that just prioritizes potential over what Sneed's can do, especially if this injury plague resumes or if he just continues to fall in his overall play. And the Titans are kind of rebuilding at corner right now. I mean, 6 undrafted free agent cornerback signings in 2024, $47 million cap overage signal that they could move on from Sneed. There's another reason why this is being talked about with the Chiefs. But $19 million cap hit that just dwarfs what the Chiefs have, especially right now. And his 2024 PFF grades, of course, only played 5 games, but 36.3 overall, 30.4 coverage. So it just doesn't justify the risk compared to, say, other defensive contracts that you need to figure out right now. Or not even right now, but in the next season or two. Again, just played 5 games with the Titans, 23 tackles, no interceptions or passes defended. Had that grade of 36.3 overall, 30.4 in coverage. But with the Chiefs, 10 interceptions, 40 passes defended, 303 total tackles, 6.5 sacks in the regular season. His lockdown ability back in 2023, 70.6 PFF grade, that's nice. But McDuffie already fills the role that Sneed would probably want to try to have as his own. Trading Watson to fit Sneed risks depth overall, especially Tamari Connor's slot versatility, Cook and Hicks holding safety over Mike Edwards. I just think, his Sneed Super Bowl rings, forcing, the Zay Flowers fumble. I think good memories would make a reunion fun, but the Chiefs have great youth movement right now, and Sneed's $19 million price tag says no. McDuffie, Watson, Williams, Cook, Hicks, Fulton. Yeah, I think Beach should just keep the cap space for extensions and just bet on this roster's young guns and this roster's future. Now, with training camp coming up very, very quickly, there is a potential fan favorite wide receiver. Now, I don't even know if it's a fan favorite. It might just be more of a liked wide receiver for the Chiefs. But yeah, a fan favorite on the chopping block ahead of training camp right now. The wide receiver room did take a hit in last season. Rashee Rice, Marquise Hollywood Brown, they suffered some injuries. But undrafted rookie Elijah Badger, he's turning some heads right now. especially with the rookie camps, OTAs. He could put fan favorite Nico Remigio on the roster bubble. Badger is a former Arizona State and Florida standout, signed as an undrafted free agent. He could fill like a MBS, a Marquez Valdez-Scantling-like role, 20.4 yards per catch average, and he has some kick return ability. So that's going to challenge Remigio's special teams value. Badger's a long shot to make the 53-man roster, of course, but his speed, 4.43 40-yard dash, no drop reliability. I think this makes him almost a diamond in the rough kind of pick here, potentially edging out Remigio, who's clutch, but again, limited offensively. I'd love to see Remigio's punt return energy stick, but again, Badger's deep threat, his return skills, I think that might give him an edge in this crowded wide receiver battle, especially against Remigio. Now, why does it matter? Because if you look at the depth, Rice, Brown back, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Royals, those guys are probably locked in. So your wide receiver, 5 and 6 spotlight is a dogfight. You got Remigio, Sky Moore, Justin Ross, Juju Smith-Schuster, now Badger. But again, it's the special teams that helps. Remigio value lies in returns, but Badger was the Pac-12 leading 2023 kick return specialist. He could sway Dave Toub into believing in him. Also, if you look at it as a weapon for Mahomes, if it ever got to that case, he has an 82.5% first down or touchdown rate. That gives Patrick Mahomes a new red zone or, again, a third down option. That would ease the load on Brown and Worthy, unlike what Remigio can do, because Remigio has minimal 2024 offensive snaps or even an offensive impact. Last season, Badger, 39 receptions, 806 yards, 4 touchdowns. Again, 20.4 yards per catch, no drops on 61 targets. We love the no drops. 578 kick return yards. Again, Pac-12 leader there. 4.43 speed. Again, fits that speedy wide receiver room. Veach loves to just have speedsters in that room. 6'1" frame. Great vertical passing. Would fit great in a vertical passing game. Again, kind of like a Valdez-Scantling role is what I could see him in. And then again, has that special teams edge over Remigio. You got Smith-Schuster's blocking, Ross's upside. Badger still needs a big camp, I think, to take his spot over Remigio, especially with, like I said, Juju Smith-Schuster and Ross needing a huge camp to even stay with the Chiefs. So there's going to be some competition still being had there. But my final thoughts on this one, again, no drop, big play potential, return skills. I think it does make him a sneaky threat to Remigio, whose special teams role is his lifeline, especially after, Rice and Brown, everyone's going to be back from those injuries. So, again, we could see Remigio hit the road. It would be sad, but if you bring in someone like Badger who can step up and give you what he was giving you, I don't see what's wrong with it. All right, now, again, sticking with training camp as it's so close, will the Chiefs start training camp without key rookie defensive tackle Amar Norman Lott? It could happen. It could happen. We're gearing up for training camp here on July 21st in St. Joseph, but their second-round pick, Norman Lott, he might miss the start. It's very possible. He could potentially hold out. He might want a fully guaranteed contract. Of course, that's following the lead of 30 unsigned second-rounders league-wide. Now, Cleveland, they have theirs locked up, their second-round pick locked up, Swissinger, and Houston's Jaden Higgins, they signed already. They've signed fully guaranteed deals. And then we see someone like, the Chargers' Trey Harris, who was number 55 pick. He's already going to be skipping camp. So Norman Lott, a Tennessee defensive tackle, he's the key, or could be a key, to easing Chris Jones' workload. But again, with this deadline looming, you got to expect dominoes to fall fast. So hopefully it's either the team caves or the players settle. And I think Norman Lott could sign soon. I hope he would sign before training camp gets going. Still, though, missing even a few days, even if he misses just a few, it's going to hurt his prep as a rookie. Now, why does this matter? Because that defensive line depth. Norman Lott's 18.9% pass rush win rate in 2024, which was the highest among FBS defensive tackles, makes him a vital complement to Jones, especially after Deshaun Wharton and Derek Notty's departures. But again, there's this holdout trend going on right now. With 30 of 32 second-rounders unsigned, the Chiefs face pressure to not only get this done, but to match the Browns and Texans, who gave guaranteed deals. Again, this is going to impact their cap space, and it's going to squeeze funds for extensions. But Norman Lott, he has that quickness. He was praised by Nick Bolton for no mental errors in OTAs. He's going to fit that aggressive pass rush. If they can unlock his true potential, he will fit very nicely. He's projected 500 snaps. He could get, anywhere from 4 to 5 sacks. That could help Jones, who faced constant double teams. And then you have Jerry Tillery, 467 snaps. Pennell, they're focused on the run defense. So you can get your pass rush and your run defense gelled together. Alongside Ashton Gelati, who was a third-round defensive end, Norman Lott, he bolsters a pass rush that dipped. This Chiefs team dipped 57 sacks in 2023 to 39 in 2024. Karlaftis was the spark plug with his 8 sacks. So Norman Lott's holdout, it's a little bit of a headache, but with camp approaching, I do expect Beach to get this deal done soon, make sure the rookies are there, and make sure that he can get as much, time and practice to help disrupt quarterbacks like he did at Tennessee alongside Jones. But knowing all of this, knowing everything we've talked about, everything that's been happening with Trey Smith, all this, are the Chiefs facing a salary cap crisis? Again, all eyes on Brett Veach, all eyes on the Chiefs and how we're handling everything this week. But the $24.6 million overage on the 2026 cap per spot rack, the website, it's a real concern. Maybe not a crisis, but this is going to be a challenge. A long-term Smith deal could drop, the $23.4 million 2025 cap hit to anywhere from, around $7 million, which is why this is crucial. And Patrick Mahomes' contract with years left to restructure, this is Veach's cap bank for 2 more off seasons. But Mahomes' next deal will likely top $60 million average. His willingness to take a lower cut like in 2023 could keep Kansas City flexible while extensions for McDuffie and Karlaftis loom. Mahomes has been known to take pay cuts, thank goodness, because he deserves all the money in the world. But the 2020-25 draft class could replace some pricey veterans. So again, I don't see a crisis, just Veach working his magic to keep the Chiefs competitive. The Chiefs right now are about $11.5 million under the 2025 cap, but $24.6 million over 2026 projection. This is all after giving $100 million in guaranteed free agent money. This is going to push Veach to restructure Mahomes and likely Chris Jones. But again, Mahomes has been flexible. $28 million 2025 cap hit, which is 14th among quarterbacks, shows that he has a team-friendly reconstructure habit. He loves to help the team. It's not all about him. And you want to keep this, core long-term. McDuffie, Karlaftis, fifth-year options, $28 million combined in 2026, need extensions to avoid standoffs. Like Nick Bolton's $45 million deal. You want to sustain this defense. Future flexibility, only 4 contracts. Mahomes, Jones, Humphrey, and Bolton extend to 2027, giving Veach some room to maneuver post-2026. So again, the Chiefs do face a 2026 cap hurdle, but not a crisis. Veach has a history of restructures, especially Mahomes. I think there's been 4 now since 2020. And his draft hits, like we've seen in the past, they keep Kansas City ahead and in the AFC West. So Smith deal, Mahomes flexibility, McDuffie, Karlaftis, and extensions, make sure that the Chiefs stay contenders. It's something that you have to get done. Well, that's it for this lovely Monday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. I've been reading all your guys' comments lately. I love the discussions. It means a lot. Again, thank you again for over 100 subscribers on the channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and then go down in the comments and let me know what you think about a reunion with Legius Sneeed. Should Remigio be on the chopping block? Do you think that Omar Norman Lott will miss a little bit of camp? And do you think the Chiefs are in a salary cap crisis? My name is Calvin Silvers. Again, you are watching Cheifs Latest. Hit that subscribe button. Daily videos Monday through Friday. And until next time, have a good one.